Hi everyone, I'm Diane Applewhite. Welcome to my channel. Today I am putting on a pot of greens. Yes, I am. Let me show you. I am picking 4 bunches of collard greens. These are the collard greens, and 3 bunches of mustard. These are the mustard greens. Once I get them off this stalk, I'm gonna clean them and cut them into my desired pieces. Got the greens picked. Now I'm going to clean them. Here's what I do. I'm kind of running them over some kind of cool water. I go back and forth between cold and cool water. And I don't cut up my greens. What I actually do is I just break them up as I go. Kind of break it because I like my pieces to be kind of on the large side. I got these pieces the way I want it. Now what I'm doing is letting the sink fill up with water. I'm going to keep washing them. Now I'm going to take a batch of them and put them on this side. I kind of had to switch my stopper because the sink wasn't filling up the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to move the greens over there. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth cleaning them. Until they're all clean and ready for the pot. What I have boiling in this pot is 2 pounds, 1 pack of smoked turkey necks, and some center cut bacon, 5 strips that I cut into halves. There's the bacon. I'm going to let it boil about 10 more minutes before I add the greens. But before I do that, I'm also going to taste the juice. Has a nice little flavor to it already. And I'm not going to really start adding seasoning to it until I get my greens into the pot. Ready to add the greens. This is about 8 cups of water that's in the pot, or a little less than that. I'm going to start to add the greens as much as I can get into the pot. And I'm going to let it cook down enough where I can start adding the rest of the season. Got my greens in the pot and just cooked down to where I can add my seasoning. And I already know that I may have to drain about another cup of water off, but I'll have to let it cook before I determine that. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to add a tablespoon. I like using seasoned salt, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of seasoned salt. Leave it at that because the smoked neck bones were already pretty seasoned. I'm going to also sprinkle in about a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to sprinkle in some black pepper, about a teaspoon. At this point, this is how I'm starting, about a teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm going to try to add about, this is about a teaspoon right here of onion powder. And I'm going to add, yes, a tablespoon and a half for now of sugar. But the thing I really like adding are the red pepper flakes. And I just pour it on. I'm gonna say about, I'm gonna keep shaking it. I'm gonna end up with, to start, I guess about 2 tablespoons, not 2 tablespoons, but 2 teaspoons, because I like a lot of red pepper. But I'll just start with this. Yes, I do. Then I'm gonna move that around, and this is the basis. I'm gonna start with this base, and I'm gonna check my seasoning. Now, what I tell someone if they ask me how to season greens, what I learned, what I always do is, if you got your, let me get another spoon. If you got your juice or your liqueur seasoned to your satisfaction, and you get these greens nice and tender the way you like, then you will have a good pot of greens. So I'm gonna taste the initial seasoning I put in here. Ooh wee! Now that that already is pretty good. So I am going to let these cook down for about half an hour. And what I'm showing you now is that I ended up removing about, actually 4 cups, almost 4 cups of this juice from the pot. I'm not gonna toss it out. I'm gonna save it and figure out something else to do with it. But what I want to show you now is that since I've removed the extra liquid, I'm going to go back, and I basically got the amount that I want to leave in the pot. And look how that turkey neck is breaking up. I am going to go back, and I am going to add a little bit more seasoning. This time it's going to be like a half teaspoon of seasoned salt. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit more garlic, and this is for real, you know how I do it when I'm trying to make, when I want it to make a good pot of greens, and they always turn out to my satisfaction. I'm going to put a little bit more, about a half teaspoon of that onion powder. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit more black pepper. I'm definitely going to sprinkle in a little bit more pepper flakes. And this is basically to cover all the flavors that I took out of it when I removed that liquid. And I'm going to put in just a teaspoon, not any more than a teaspoon. Let me get a clean teaspoon at that, but not any more than a teaspoon of this sugar. And I'm ready for this to bring it to the finish line. I'm going to let this cook over medium heat until the meat is falling off the bones and the greens are nice and tender. I'm back, and what I want you to see is that this here is a good pot of big greens. And when I say fall off the bone, you see how that the meat is starting to fall off the smoked turkey neck. I'm telling you, if you have your liquor right, your juice right, and you cook it down to the tenderness that you like, you got a good, I mean a good pot of greens. Wow. Good pot of greens. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Bye-bye.